everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Craft Race. Before we get into today's episode, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. Moving ahead as well, I think I'm going to kind of change the format slightly on kind of the Craft Race episodes, and rather than do Winners Edition, I'm going to just kind of pick random queens from Rupaul's Drag Race and put them on the wheel and then spin it. It'll just give us a bit more of a variety than kind of confine it to the winners. So that'll be starting from the next episode. So make sure to let me know in the comments down below which Rupaul's Drag Race queen you want to see on the wheel. And I'll also make sure to get a mystery spot for the next episode as well, because I've had some great suggestions so far, but if you do have any other suggestions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments as well. Anyway, let's get into today's episode and spin that wheel. Oh, Aquaria!
Bonjour! My name is Aquaria, and I am a superstar. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Well, I'm definitely not going to struggle with kind of looks from Aquaria because she has plenty of looks. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head which one I like. Ooh, I like the kind of Mexican, I think it's a Mexican wrestler, lucha libre or whatever, however you pronounce it. That's a good look. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. Let us refresh my mind and we'll see which ones we're going to go for. Right, I really like the feather look that she did, but I think it's going to be really complicated and too difficult for us to craft. So, although I love it, I'm not going to go for that one. Right, definitely the Alaskan winter realness look, the Mexican wrestler one, that's up there. That's one of the top ones I'm thinking about. I absolutely love all three of her looks, to be fair. I love the summer look and the Martian look. The summer look would be difficult to craft, but the Martian look, that could be interesting, so they're both up there. Ooh, the hat's incredible look with the kind of magician, the rabbit coming out of the hat. That's a good one, that's up there as well. I absolutely loved her mermaid look, the kind of oil, slick, drenched, wet hair kind of mermaid, and it was amazing, but I don't think I'd be able to do it any justice with the materials I'm using. In fact, I know I wouldn't be able to, but if I could, that's the look I would have chosen because it's one of my favourite looks ever on RuPaul's Drag Race, and it's the first time I'd ever kind of seen this like wet hair look. So although I love it, I'm not going to be crafting that one. Also, another interesting look would be the inner saboteur look. That would be a really good one with the bone facial mask. Ah, it's a tough decision. No, it's not a tough decision. I'm definitely going to do the Alaskan winter realness look because A, I think it's going to be pretty easy to craft, and B, it's just a really good look to begin with. So I think that's what we'll go for. So let me roll out the clay and then we'll get started. Right, I've got my clay pre-rolled and we'll start out by cutting the head shape. And Aquaria's got quite a small head actually. I think that's about right. Yeah, kind of ignore all the weird colours as well, I'm just using up some old clay. A lot of this is probably going to be painted on, a lot of the detail. Right, I'm going to be back in a second because my second camera is literally just about to lose battery power. I thought I had it charged. I didn't. So you're going to have to give us a while, but obviously you won't have to wait. Right, I'm back, but I haven't got a full charge on my camera, so I've kind of created all the elements that I need off camera, so we just need to assemble it now, and then I can get a decent charge on my camera while I wait for this to cook in the oven and prime it and all that other stuff. So yeah, so we kind of skip all the kind of boring stuff anyway. Right, so I'm going to pop on the eyes first, and these were kind of the trickiest things to do, and I still don't think I've got them 100% right, but they don't look too bad. Make sure they're as even as I possibly can. But I need to leave quite a big space at the top for that kind of yellow emblem that's on the mask. Okay, and then some eyeballs just on the middle there. I need to squash them down a bit. There we go. A little tiny nose. Lips. I haven't made the lips too big this time. I know. I'm getting better. Put this under first and then I'll put the hair on top. I need to carve that down because I've made Aquaria look massive and she's a very petite person. And I think I'll paint a little bit of detail on here. I'm not going to go kind of crazy with it. with the bra, because it goes quite far down. And then it's the hair. The hair was actually really fun to make. So I kind of braided this pretty long knot. It's going to take a lot longer to cook in the oven as well, because it's a lot more 3D than I usually make things. I don't know what to do with this. I think I'll just leave it kind of hanging maybe like that. Thing is, it looks really weird, like it looks really ugly. I'm hoping kind of the decoration will rescue it, but I've crafted it pretty much how I wanted to. I was quite happy with it, but looking at it now, I think it looks horrendous. But you have to think that that's kind of all blue. There's going to be a bit of yellow here. In fact, I've probably made that too big to begin with, because I'm not going to get that yellow on. It's going to be a bit smaller. I think I'm going to have to be a bit abstract with this one. Maybe if I could chop this down a little bit. Yeah, I think that's a bit more well proportioned. Before it looked a bit ridiculous. Yeah, I think I'm happy with it now. As happy as I can be anyway. Hopefully it's going to look okay, but we'll bake it in the oven, I'll get it primed and whatnot, and then we can crack on with the decorating and make it look a little bit better than what it is. So, see you in a bit. Right, I'm back, and I should have a fully charged camera now. Apologies for that. Right, she's been baked and primed, and I've primed her way too far on the purple side. She looks a bit strange, but fortunately, a lot of this is blue and yellow, and it's going to be covered up anyway, so that should be able to be rescued. Yeah, I think this is the one that, if the painting doesn't rescue it, it's going to look absolutely horrendous. It's going to look awful. So I am hoping that I can do my best and try and make it look half decent. I'll do the blue bits first. I think that makes more sense. Let me know down in the comments below if Aquaria was kind of one of your front runners on season 10. I was kind of mixed on Aquaria, I suppose. I just thought, again, she gave off quite a Violet vibe. She had a very reminiscent kind of like attitude, very cocky young vibe that Violet had at the same time. So I think maybe in years to come I might warm to Aquaria, but right now I'm not a biggest fan. Looks wise, she's fantastic, she looks great, but attitude wise, I'm just I can't get away with it really. And the thing is with Aquaria as well, she's a very opinionated person. So I think there was one time she kind of went off on Twitter or Facebook or something over a bar in Liverpool, here in the UK, because they wouldn't allow her to wear her tracksuit or something inside the club. And she obviously kicked off about it and like slagged them off and everything, but if she knew about kind of the culture in the UK and about like kind of chavs and athletic wear and why a lot of kind of clubs and bars don't allow it, then she would understand a lot more. But obviously she didn't do her research, she didn't know kind of the culture here, and she spouted off, and I think she got quite a bit of backlash for it, because she was just completely in the wrong. Like, fair enough have an opinion, but back it up with kind of some research and facts if you don't know what kind of you're talking about. And yeah, she's very quick to kind of attack, and I think sometimes she just needs to take a little step back and think first and then say what she wants to say. It was a similar thing to, she popped off recently on Twitter about Theresa May, our Prime Minister, which quite frankly I don't give a shit because I don't particularly like Theresa May myself, but she called her like a mess or something because she, I don't know, something about supporting a queen because he was doing like a charity thing and whatnot. And yeah, so Aquaria got involved and called her a mess and stuff and told her to get policies together. You probably don't even have a clue what's kind of going on in the UK. And also there's like one word that I can kind of summarise the whole argument with, and that is hopefully, I suppose she's still quite young, isn't she? She's about, what, 21, 22 or something? But hopefully, as the years passed, maybe she'll kind of calm herself down a little bit. And it's all well and good being opinionated, that's fantastic, but I think sometimes you need to know when to kind of step back and when to kind of go into attack mode and stuff. You don't always have to be in attack mode. That's my thoughts on it anyway. You can disagree with us if you want. But I do have to admit, she does look fantastic, and she did do a really great performance on Drag Race. I don't think she should have, I don't know whether this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I don't think she should have won the lip sync with Eureka. I think Eureka won the lip sync against her and Aquaria, hands down. Again, I don't know whether people agree with that or not, but yeah, I wasn't, when kind of Rue saved them both and it ended up into that horrible, horrible three-way messy lip sync with Aquaria, Eureka and Cameron, and it was just so bad. Like, I hope season 11, so the end of this season, hopefully they change kind of the end format. I would much prefer each of them to be given a kind of performance or a song to do, like season 7 and 8. This whole lip sync for the crown or lip sync for the title or whatever, I just don't like the format, and I think that kind of messy three-way lip sync like proved that, you know. But again, if you disagree, feel free to let us know in the comments. And also, if you're wondering, I did not manage to send the last queen her portrait. If you saw the last episode, I tried to get in touch with her, sent her a message on Instagram and on Facebook, and I emailed her, and again, no response. So, do I have high hopes that I'll manage to get this to Aquaria? Not at all. But you never know, you never know. I don't want to do this bit yet because I'll put my hands in it. I'll do the yellow part now. I think I'll have to do the emblem off camera because I'm not going to be able to paint over the top of that. I'm just going to have to open my window. I am absolutely boiling. It's so hot in the studio. There we go. And the good thing, the fact that she's wearing a mask, is that I don't need a fanny on with eyebrows or eyelashes or anything like that. Although I should have, because I should have left enough space, but I haven't, so that's fine. I'm gonna add a little bit of white and do the lips. Yeah, I suppose Sharon Needles, Aquaria's drag mum as well. So it's both mother and daughter of one their season. I think that's the first, actually. I don't think any other kind of drag mother and daughter have won their seasons. I don't think anyway, I could be wrong. That doesn't look too bad. I'm actually, with this paint job, I think I am rescuing it. It's looking a lot better. A lot better than before. It's not perfect, but it's looking a hell of a lot better. I think I'm going to struggle with these eyes because I haven't given myself enough space. Right, now whatever I do, do not put my elbow anywhere up here, because there's so much paint on it, I will ruin it. Right now, I think I want to paint the ponytail. I'm going to try and mix some yellow ochre with some white, and that might give us the colour I want. It actually kind of gave us the right colour, I'm surprised. It's not perfect, but it's better than it could have been. Yeah, because of how 3D this ponytail is, I'm definitely going to need to go for a few coats to kind of get in all the nooks and crannies. I think that's looking alright, actually. I'm pretty happy with myself. I think because it looked absolutely awful to begin with, anything else just looks amazing. I'm working with a lot less space, but I'll try and just kind of give an essence of what kind of the bra looks like. But this won't be perfect, so don't judge. I think that's pretty much it. I think I'm happy with it. I think I actually quite enjoy it. I think it'll look really good when I've got some extra detail on. Let me hold it up if I can. I can't see it properly in the viewfinder, but I think it's probably one of my favourite ones I've done so far. It's definitely not perfect, but I really enjoy it. I love the ponytail. And obviously I'll add some extra details. I'll put what it looks like with them added details on the screen now so you can see for yourself. But feel free to let me know what you think down in the comments below, and hopefully I can get in touch with Aquaria and get this sent to her. Even when I've dragged her a little bit in this video, I definitely don't kind of hate her or anything like that. I wouldn't say I hated any of the kind of drag race queens. I think kind of the fans I should say, need to calm their ass down a little bit, because they just send out so much hate towards these drag queens and stuff, and it's just like, it's a reality show, like, chill out a bit. Yeah, recently All Stars 4 kind of came to an end, and obviously Trinity and Monet won, which congratulations if you ever watch this. I think they're deserving winners. But so many people, like Naomi, got so much hate for sending Manila home, and although I absolutely love Manila and I would have loved her to win the season, I'm not going to like log on to Instagram or Twitter or wherever and send Naomi loads of racist, vile tweets and death threats and all this kind of other bollocks. Like, you just need to get a grip. So yeah, that's my little speech to end the video. But yeah, even if you don't have kind of a favourite queen, like Aquaria's not my favourite queen, but I don't hate her, and there's only like certain parts of her kind of, the way she is that like I dislike, but she turns out some great looks, she's a good performer, and I'm not going to kind of go in on attack mode and start sending vile tweets and messages and stuff just because she's not kind of my favourite. And plus, she's given us a look that I can really work with, so I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's kind of like a little lesson. If one of your favourites gets knocked out by another queen or anything, it doesn't mean you have to send them like a bunch load of hate and stuff like that. And although they're on TV and stuff, and for the most part they'll probably have quite thick skin, they're still people, and I can imagine a lot of the comments still hurt, I would guess. Yeah, so I think people just need to calm themselves down, like go from here and take it all the way down to here. I know people can be very passionate, but there's a line where it becomes like passion and then it comes just vile hatred. But anyway, hopefully I can send this to Aquaria. Hopefully I'll get in touch with her. It seems impossible these days, it really does. But I know they're busy touring the world and performing and stuff, so they don't really have time for any of this. But if I can, I'll get in touch with her and send it out to her. So fingers crossed. But that does it for today's episode. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, give it a like. Alright, I'll take Aquaria off the wheel now. And obviously, next episode, this wheel will be full of just random queens. So if you want to see one of your favourites, or someone you think will be interesting, or just someone you want to see on there, then leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to get them on the wheel. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. It's a little button down below. It helps out a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!